Hi everyone, you are watching an exclusive WONY 90.9 interview. I'm Dakota Keats.
And I'm Isabella Berkey.
And we are here with Tonka Jahari. Just kidding, Sal Vulcano.
Yes.
How are you doing today?
Good. Are you're tall? Are you taller than me?
I'm 5'8". How tall are you?
I'm 5'10", but I feel like I'm looking up at you.
Honestly,
let me not do that.
big
That was
stature.
crazy. That was a mistake. I was just don't clip it. No, you don't have to cut it out. It's a joke. It's fine. They know I'm not a Nazi. Okay, let's continue.
Good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me. This is fun.
Of course.
I'm trying to figure out when I was here last. I figured it was the end of 21, which is cool. So it flew by though. It's been like because I guess if I was here in 21, that means that freshmen aren't even here now. That it's been shed its skin fully.
It was the year right before we came in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
we're seniors now.
Oh, right on. Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So we were just gonna say that you came to SUNY Oneonta in 2021. So what's the reason that you're coming back? Is it the amazing crowd, the dining hall pizza? Or what's your secret?
I didn't get any dining hall pizza. Is that a really good pizza?
Each their own.
Each their own. So that would not be the reason I was coming back then. No. I came back because I was asked. And if I have a good experience in the place, I'd love to come back, And like we said, it's been 4 years, so the kids that I saw aren't even here anymore. So this is a whole new crowd, so that's fun. Yeah, right on. It was crazy getting here. So I don't know where you guys all come from to commute here, but I came from New York City, and I thought it would be on like a major road for some time, but like halfway through the 4.5 hour drive, I was on a little windy road. Like going through the mountains, like for like the last 2 hours.
Yeah, it's like
lost cell service.
Yeah,
and I was just like, please, like, hopefully the GPS. Is that how you guys all get here if you're driving?
Yeah,
complete darkness. It's crazy.
Wow, yeah, because I got to drive back now. Yeah, there's no. We were saying like it can't be that every single person who drives up to the campus is driving through those little towns on one. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. So like last Monday when school started, like the towns just caravans of cars just coming through just to drop everybody off.
It is a big college town. Like there are people that still live here, like over the summer and stuff. But it's really like alive when everyone comes back to school.
Yes.
Can you tell us what it was like growing up in Staten Island?
Yeah, it was pretty cool because I get the best of both worlds because I'm really only like 15 minutes from New York City, really, with no traffic. But where I lived in like what felt like a rural town, so I got like a non-city life and a city life combined, So for me, I really enjoyed it because where are you guys from?
Staten Island.
No way.
Me and the camera.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah.
You have a lot of Staten Islanders up here at school?
A handful.
Just so happens the two of you are in the same room right now. So do you agree with what I was saying? Like, I don't know how you had it. Yeah, right. I thought it was great. Yeah, I enjoyed Staten Island. I still live there now. My whole family moved away. I have no family there anymore, but it's like good for me because I have to be close to New York City for my job. So it's like it's quiet in a way, but I still get to commute. Yeah.
We were wondering what your favorite food spot is on Staten Island.
So my favorite pizza, which is what everyone always asks, is probably Lee's Tavern.
Okay.
Do you know Lee's? It's like off of Highland Boulevard in the middle of the island, and it's a little old man neighborhood bar that doesn't deliver, but they do like just bar pies and everything. It's been there forever. It's been a staple. It's still packed every single day, but it's a place you can go get like a beer for like, which you probably guys know up here, like $2 or something like that. You know what I mean? That's my favorite pizza. My favorite restaurant. I don't go out a lot, but there's a little place by the water, and it's called Pasta Vino. Like I love that place. It's a little like Italian seafood restaurant.
Yeah, Staten Island has the best Italian food.
They
and
do.
Brooklyn, I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
So after attending Farrell High School in Staten Island, you created a group called the Tenderloins with a bunch of your friends. So would you mind telling us your experience in creating the Tenderloins?
Yeah, so in high school, I took improv classes, and that was with we were an all-boys Catholic high school, so we had sister schools, and so they would come for like those type of activities, and so I did improv, and I was always like kind of the class clown. I always did like the comedy stuff in grammar school and high school, and then but it was like a lot of people. It was like 50 people. And then when I went to college, I started taking acting classes and improv classes in New York City and doing stand-up. And when we all came back from college, me and the guys that are in Practical Jokers, we were friends, and so we all kind of were doing it. And we were like, why don't we try to do it together? And so we used to just rehearse in the basement of our homes, and we rehearsed for like 6 months in '99, which is probably not, you guys were not born yet, right? No way.
2004.
2004.
Wow. So we rehearsed for like 6 months before we ever even did a show, and our first show was March 4th, 2000. And then we just started doing like improv and sketch comedy in New York City, and for 10 years. And then after 10 years, we pitched this show and it got picked up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Who created the name The Tenderloins? Like, who was the mastermind behind that?
Oh my God. So we didn't know what to call ourselves. So we wrote a list of like, I had a list. No, I had a list from just my friends just messing around of like, the list consisted of, it probably had like 200 words on it. It was like things that would be slightly embarrassing to say if we were publicly speaking. Like they were like, it's just weird words like tenderloins, and so we pulled it from that. But we didn't know what to call it. At one point we were going to call ourselves Phil, but like P.H. like an acronym.
Yeah.
And when people were like, what does it stand for? We're going to say Philip, which is the stupidest joke ever. So good thing we didn't do that. But yeah, it's the Tenderloins, which is not a great name. It's weird. And then Impractical Jokers, I think, is a terrible name as well. So at least we were able to like be successful through the terrible naming.
It's very straightforward though. Practical Jokers.
Yeah, I mean, but Impractical, the network named it that. We were going to call it Mission Uncomfortable. Because like when we pitched it to them, it was like us going on missions, competing against each other. We took that element out of it. But I think in hindsight, it was good that the name of the show was the title of who we are, because that helps with the branding. But like, I never said the word impractical in my life before the show. You know what I mean? I was like, that is a stupid name. And they're going to call us jokers. And I didn't want to be called the joke. It was corny, I thought, you know? But luckily, like the name took a back seat like to the show. Now people just accept the name. But when they first told us what the name was going to be, I had like a visceral, nauseous reaction to it. I just think it's not even funny. Impractical Jokers. You know what I mean? It's just silly. But.
What can you remember about first shooting for the show and like creating the show?
Oh my God! So in the beginning, we first got a pilot, and so we shot this pilot. We didn't know we'd get any more episodes than that, and we shot the pilot in 2010. And they liked it, and they picked up 4 episodes. And so we shot 4, and then when we were doing the 4, they watched it, liked it, and moved it to 8, and then moved it to 16. But when we first started, we didn't know how to make a television show. We didn't know what we were supposed to do at all. Like we just pitched this idea, they picked it up, and like now we got to make a show. Now, like all these years later, our show is very professional and has like a huge crew and all the people it was supposed to have to make it happen. In the beginning, we had lower budget and we had no crew at all. We had nobody. Like I was calling locations to ask if we could film there myself, and we had no writers besides ourselves, and we had no office. We used to sit in the waiting area of the production offices that we filmed the production company for the show was called North South, and they had a little waiting area if you came in to like talk to someone. We sat in the waiting area with our laptops on our laps and wrote the whole first season that way. So it was like insanely different. Before any success, like you just had to do it that way, and then with more success, we finally got an office and we got a staff and we got a little bit more creative control. But in the beginning, it was like the Wild West. It was crazy that they gave us the money, and but we didn't even understand that we could tell the production company to give us proper desk and everything. We didn't know. They kind of like I feel like they took a little advantage of us in the beginning, but now it's like, now we're good.
Yeah, that's cool to hear the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
What was like one of your favorite punishments that you created on the other Jokers?
Oh man, let me think about that. We've done so many. It used to be easier to answer this question, but now we're at like over 300 episodes or something like that, and it's like so much. It's sometimes I'll be watching the show, I'll be on the road doing stand up, and it'll come on the TV like in the hotel room, and I will have zero recollection of I'll watch it the way you might watch it. I have no idea what happens next. It's like a real out of body experience to see myself, like that. But man, I mean, when we made Joe a genie, and he had to be in like a production, like Aladdin production, and we made him a genie. We hung him from those, we swung him all around the stage and crashed him and everything. Like those ones, they really stick out to me. But this week we just finished shooting season 12 last week. And so my last punishment was last week, and I had this idea, and sometimes like you're in the writer's room and an idea comes out, and you're like, oh, this would be good for me to punish me, and it's your own idea, and then they love it, and so like you think of your own idea sometimes. Mm-hmm. That just happened to me. I really don't like jump scares, haunted houses, things like that. Like around Halloween, you go to these haunted houses. Like I just don't like it. I don't like being in the dark. I don't like people jumping out at me. I feel like I'm gonna have a full heart attack or punch somebody. And I was like, it'd be funny if you guys put me in a haunted house and I couldn't leave until I canceled my cable phone and internet. And so they did that. It took 42 minutes. I was in a haunted house for 42 minutes. And I was on the phone with Spectrum, and I had to cancel my cable phone and internet on like one of those like mics like this. Mm-hmm. And I'm walking through the thing, and actually they picked up, and the first thing that it said was an automated thing saying it's a 12 to 17 minute wait time, and I already started the haunted house, and I had stress and anxiety days leading up to it because I hate it so much. But that just happened to me. But it was. A lot of people said it was on the crew their favorite punishment of this whole season, so I can't wait to see it. But that was one that I just thought of for myself that sucked.
When should we expect that season to come out?
So season 12 is airing now. They aired the first half of it, first 10 episodes, and then they break it up. So like the next 10 episodes are not going to air starting until January. So come January, you'll see it. Yeah.
Kind of the opposite of the last question. What is the worst punishment that you have ever received?
Man, there's been so many. They electrocuted me in seasons 9 and 10 twice. One I was with Kesha at a seance, and I was playing a psychic medium, and they hooked me up to all these shock collars that they put on like large dogs. Mm-hmm. And that was really, really bad. Because they electrocuted me like they shocked me, so it's about like 50, 60 times in the matter of like 20, 30 minutes. And I don't know if you've ever been shocked with like a shock collar or anything like that.
Not personally.
Okay, so not personally, but people But like I remember I didn't want to feel it until I was on camera because why? Why take any extra shocks? And I remember the first shock they gave me was on camera. And it felt like a cartoon, like when like a cartoon, like the eyes like bulge out of their head. I think I went, yeah, like it was literally like a cartoon. It was like I was like, there's no way I could do this. There's no way. But I was already started it, and that's what the first one was. And they did it like another 50 times, and it was like, I honestly, I went home. My wife was like, you have to go to the doctor and check your heart, which makes sense. Like a lot of times we have ideas and we don't like think about those things, like. We've all been severely injured on the show. We've broken ribs, got like bad infections, and like we put Q in an ice bath. You're not really supposed to go in an ice bath for that long. He went in with his clothes on, and he ended up staying in there for like a half hour. It should have been like 5 minutes, and his clothes burned, stuck to his skin. One time Murray got like Vaseline in his ear. I forget why. Oh yeah, I think I did it to him actually. I feel better about that. And it went too far in, and then he got like a bad infection in his head, and and we broke ribs. Like we had like a live episode for the 200th episode. It was for charity, so we were like competing in this obstacle course, riding like ATVs, and that tumbled over, and Q broke his ribs on that, and so I almost died jumping into a lake in December from a helicopter. The lake was freezing cold, and I had cameras all over me, and when I hit the water, I went all the way down because I was fully dressed. And I didn't have a good mobility, and like all the cameras that were on me were on like these straps, and they all fell, and all the straps like just went around my neck, and I couldn't move, and it was freezing cold water, and I literally thought I was gonna die. Like I did the best I could to get my mouth out of the water, and then screamed, like I yelled help in a way that would signify that I probably was gonna drown. They had one medic in a kayak on land. He wasn't even floating in the river, and then he just got in the kayak as I'm screaming. And he's like coming to me like just taking his time, and that was the scariest moment I think I've ever had on the show because I genuinely thought I was going to drown. So my head went there, like I was screaming, and I had the sensation that I was gonna drown. He got to me in like 30 seconds, and luckily I stayed up. But like, the question was, what was the worst?
Yeah.
Maybe just I've had it worse than that moment, but that singular moment was probably the worst. I really thought I might drown. Mm-hmm. But if you guys are laughing, I guess that's good. You know what I mean? It's all for fun, I guess.
Have you or any other jokers said no to a punishment?
No, that's the thing that we set up from the beginning. The rule is you can't. So you could say no throughout the show, which is going to get you to the punishment, which I've been punished the most because I say no the most because I don't want to do anything. But yeah, you can't. So we threw Murray out of a plane. You know, he's afraid of heights. I'm afraid of heights too. I mean, thank God they didn't do that to me. But no, we haven't said no. Can't say no, that's why it's still. I think that's one of the reasons why every year we meet and the writers meet weeks before the show, and we try to think of new ideas and change the show and evolve the show and keep it fresh. And one of the things that keeps it fresh is that honestly, we never know what the person in the public that we're talking to is going to do or say. They're like a wild card, and that will forever keep you like on your toes. You know what I mean? And like things like this, like the fact that I don't know what's going to happen to me most of the time when I'm getting punished. That feeling is palpable and it stays with you. I think it translates on screen and it keeps us like still very much invested and involved in the show. Like that anticipation, all that kind of stuff is real feelings, you know, and it's like we still have them, you know, because you can't be in this room. I'm telling you right now that you're going to walk through that door in a minute and something bad's going to happen to you, but you don't know what it is. You're always going to be like, oh, fuck. You know what I mean? So I think like that's one of the things that like keeps the show like still like, engaging. Yeah.
Well, my follow-up question was, what is the point that will make you say no?
Well, I mean, I guess during the show, I say no a lot, you know. If I just feel uncomfortable or like in a situation where I don't want to be disrespectful or, you know, just something is not something I would normally say, I'll say no. And that's why I've been punished the most, you know, and people tell me that all the time. Everyone knows it. Like I've had way, way more. I think this season we did like 20 episodes. I think I got punished like 12 times. Q got punished like twice. Like it's very lopsided. So I do say no. Yeah.
Outside of shooting, how often would you guys play pranks on each other as well as the crew?
Our crew is like a family. They've been there since like a lot of them been there since day one with us. There's like 50, 60, 70. I don't even know how many. So many. And that's why people don't see them. They're like on the other side of the camera. But when I'm looking, like I'm holding the mic and you guys see me looking at that, like over the TV is like 50 people that I see every day. That's like family that like laugh with us. And like when we're really laughing, like I laugh a lot. Sometimes I cut out my laughing because I like think I laugh too much. And I think it's obnoxious. I do. But like I really am laughing that hard. But like what you don't see though is like there's 50 other people laughing. And so it's like addictive, you know, like it's just like, and so like, you know, our crew is very playful. We're always messing with each other and stuff like that. So I mean, I don't know if it's like pranks on each other, but everyone is always messing with, like just playing around and stuff, you know. But outside of like this show, I'm not a prank person. Like I get asked that a lot. Like, you know, did you do pranks growing up to your family, or what are your pranks like at home? This was just an idea we had. You know, I'm a comedian. This just was one of the ideas we had. And so, and it's not really too, for me, I don't really think it's like prank stuff. It's more like we're competing in these social experiments. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not really so much pranks as it is like, you know, throwing each other under the bus, like kind of in competing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're very excited to hear that you're going back on your Everything is Fine tour.
Yes.
What is your favorite part about touring?
I've been in every state like 5-6 times. I've been overseas. Like I would never go to these places if it wasn't for this tour. I would never see the places that I see, meet the people I meet. And like, there is nothing like tonight, like there's nothing really like, being on stage, like in that moment with a crowd. You know what I mean? Like the one thing that's a bummer about like traveling all over the world and everything is the travel itself, but the payoff is being on stage. It's like, it's just so much fun. You know, my job is to have fun and make other people have fun. And if it's going well, then we're all having fun, you know? So once I'm on stage, it's the dopest, you know, like, and just getting to see like these small towns. A lot of times I'll go and like, I make sure I go, like if I'm going to go out to eat in a town, I won't go to like a chain or anything. I'll ask around and find the mom and pop stores or like the small run businesses and like meet people and stuff. that's great. I would never get to do that otherwise. So, yeah.
We have one more question for you, kind of a random one.
Okay.
What is your favorite piece of clothing?
Do shoes count?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I think the thing I couldn't live without is I have a pair of slip-on checkered Vans. I'm a sneaker guy. I'm ashamed to say I probably have like over 300 pairs of sneakers. Mm-hmm. It's just something I started collecting while on the road, bored. Yeah. But those sneakers are the ones that I could wear, like my favorite. I could wear with anything and everything, and the ones I've worn the most. So I like think that that's like my favorite article of like anything that I could wear. Yeah.
We would have thought that you said jeans or sweatpants.
Yeah, jeans. I mean, I t-shirts too. I'm like, I've like adopted as I get older, like the Adam Sandler model of dressing. Mm-hmm. Like sometimes I have to go to like a fancy thing or like last week I went to a premiere. You get to go to these cool things sometimes, and I hate dressing up. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I just want to be comfortable. So yeah. I just wear t-shirts, jeans, and sneakers everywhere. You know, I'm like, I'm not gonna be pressured.
Yeah. Do you wear jeans a lot to hide this tattoo?
Is that a setup? That was all a setup. Okay. You're like, say jeans, say jeans, say jeans. Yes. Yes. Well, that's one of my Jaden Smith tattoos. I have two. The other one, that's on this thigh, and the other one is on. Like upgrade? Right. We shot in a Practical Jokers movie, and in the movie they surprised me, and Jaden Smith posed for the one on my right leg. So I have two. I have this one and this one. And thanks for reminding me. No Sometimes I forget. But thank you.
No thank you so much for meeting with us.
Yeah, it was awesome. Thank you guys for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Awesome. Do you mind taking a photo?
No problem.
Yes.
So I have a question.
Okay.